Hey Canucks fans, we are finally here. It's game one of the 2024-2025 season for the Vancouver Canucks. They host the Calgary Flames at Rogers Arena tonight. I will not be going. Wednesday night's my church night, but I'll be rushing home to watch the second and third period, and I'll be doing my post-game live stream, my show, my YouTube show right here on YouTube at 11 p.m. So make sure you join me tonight for all of my post-game reaction. Let's talk about the lineup, let's talk about a milestone, and let's talk about what we can expect from tonight's game. So I think we have a sense of who's going to play, who's not going to play. Basically, going backwards, the extra skaters will be Arshdeep Bains and Noah Juulsen. So this is how I believe the Canucks are going to line up tonight. You have your top six of Miller, Boeser, and Heinen. Can't wait to see what they do together. Then you have, I think, the most intriguing trio of the four in Pettersson with Jake DeBrusk and Daniel Sprong. So two newcomers with Elias Pettersson. Then our third line that's kind of changed and rotated throughout this entire week with injuries, guys going out of the lineup, guys coming back in. But I believe it's going to be a Pius Suter between Nils Hoglander and Connor Garland. So a very good, fast, tenacious kind of line. Not the biggest line, but that's okay. And then our fourth line, old faithful, old steady, whatever you want to call it. Maybe I shouldn't say old. It's Teddy Bluger with Kiefer Sherwood, who's not old, and Neil Zaman. He's not old either. So they should be a solid fourth line for us. So again, Miller, Boeser, Heinen, Pettersson, DeBrusk, Sprong, Suter between Garland and Hoglander, and then Bluger with Oman and Sherwood. So if you play that back or kind of think about those lines, three of the four lines have at least one new player on it. The four new forwards, of course, DeBrusk and Sprong with Petey, Heinen with Boeser, and then Sherwood with Bluger on the fourth line. On D, it's going to be the same 6D I think that we're going to have for a while unless one of the bottom two guys falter. It's Hughes and Hronek. Hughes coming off a Norris Trophy-winning season. It is Carson Soucy with Tyler Myers, and then it's newcomers Forbort and Desharnais. So the two newcomers together on the third pairing. Like I said, Noah Juulsen, the extra D-man, Aatu Räty, the extra forward. I'm recording this before we know if Mark Friedman cleared waivers or not. I presume that he will. And then maybe the Canucks pull up an extra forward before the Friday game against Philly. Artur Silovs will start in net tonight, and then Kevin Lankinen backing him up. And I expect, unless, I don't know, if Silovs plays really well tonight and only lets in one goal or a shutout, maybe he starts again on Friday to build his momentum and confidence. Or maybe they're already planning to split the starts between Silovs and Lankinen. But we'll worry about Friday on Friday. Today, let's worry about tonight, and that is Vancouver hosting the Calgary Flames. So that is a bit about the lineup. And remember, we were happy, or at least I was happy, I'm sure you were happy too, that the Canucks were able to declare an opening day roster back on Monday that had 23 active players on it, plus Thatcher Demko, plus Dakota Joshua. And those guys are key, and I say it like that because they're actually on the injured reserve list, but that means you don't take up a roster spot with them, but their salary does count towards the cap. If they go on the long-term injury, then their salary technically doesn't count against the cap. Of course, you get the roster spot. But we've talked about this so many times, and everyone I think knows this now. The advantage of not being over the salary cap, not using LTIR space, is that you can start to accrue money throughout the season as long as you're underneath the cap, and then that will balloon up into a bigger amount that you can use to spend trading for someone at the trade deadline. So that's kind of, I think, one of the reasons why they sent Mark Friedman down yesterday, or it'll be today. And if they don't call up someone for 1 or 2 days, that's 1 or 2 days of extra savings and of extra pooled money that they can start to accumulate. So that's something that we'll keep an eye on as the season progresses. Of course, there's going to be injuries. There's going to be promotions, demotions based on merit and how well people are playing. So we'll see what happens. A couple other notes. JT Miller is playing in his 800th career NHL game. Yeah, 800 games. 45.5% of them, or 362 of them to be exact, have been with the Vancouver Canucks. So that means just over about 54% of them have been without the Canucks. But in those 362 or 364 games, he has 402 points. So he's been a better than a point per game player. That makes sense. He was a 100-point guy last year, and he's had a couple, at least one, if not two, 90-point seasons. So it makes sense that he's over a point per game in his career with the Vancouver Canucks. So pretty cool that JT Miller has hit 800 games. We know he started his career with the Rangers and then moved on to Tampa and then we traded for him at the 2019 entry draft. I remember I was there. We traded for him on the Saturday morning. I remember it quite vividly, actually. It was my birthday. It was my birthday, actually. That on the June 22nd, I think that was my birthday present, I guess, was JT Miller coming to the Vancouver Canucks. Canucks fans, give me your predictions for the game tonight, the score, and the first Canucks goal scorer. On my live stream last night, 97, again, it's a kind of a biased group, but 97% of the people in my live stream last night predicted a Canucks win, either in regulation or in extra time, overtime, or shootout. Only 3% picked the Calgary Flames to win. I'm going to go with that 97%, and I'm going to go, surprise, surprise, with a score of 4-2. We were kind of joking around on one of my live streams earlier this week, or last week. Am I allowed to kind of guess 4-2 until it happens? That's kind of my shtick. I think it's a realistic goal score, final score, because I always have in my head the Canucks are going to be winning 3-2 heading into the final minute, and then the other team's going to pull their goalie, and then we're going to score an empty netter. Boom, 4-2 is the final score. So that is going to be my score prediction until it actually comes true, and then we will see what happens. So I'm going 4-2 Vancouver Canucks, and I'm going Jake DeBrusk. Going to be a perfect start to his new career with his new team. I say Jake DeBrusk gets the first Canucks goal of the season. So Canucks fans, I want to know, what is your score prediction and winner for tonight's game? Who is going to score the first Canucks goal? And maybe in the comments as well, tell me what you expect from our new players, from Jake DeBrusk, from Daniel Sprong, from Danton Heinen, from Kiefer Sherwood, from Derek Forbort, from Vincent Desharnais. Those are the 6 guys that will likely be in the lineup. So 6 out of our 18 skaters are going to be brand new. So that's 1/3. See that good math? That's 1/3 of our skaters. And then, of course, 1/2 of our active, healthy goalie tandem is also new in Kevin Lankinen. So a lot of new faces on this team. This is a team that exceeded expectations last year. They're going to try really hard to maintain their high level of play this year. They want to play faster. They want to play more aggressive. They want to work harder. All those things, all those staples that are Rick Tocchet kind of staples for sure. And it's neat to see that a lot of people around the league, media outlets, media personnel, publications, they're all, a lot of them are predicting the Canucks to be a top 10 team. Some are predicting them to be a top 5 team. And even some, like Elliot Friedman, they didn't say that the Canucks will win the Stanley Cup, but they say they certainly have a chance to do so. So Canucks fans, I hope you are as excited as I am. The season starts tonight. Again, I'm not going tonight. I'm going on Friday night, but tonight my son Sean will be there. So you might see him at the arena if you're going to the game. But make sure you join me at 11 p.m. for my post-game live stream. We'll break down everything about the game, and we'll talk about if we're going to go 82-0 this season. I think it's something to look forward to. Shout out to our sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate, Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. Thank you, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members, and thanks to all of you for your support, for subscribing, for liking the video. You can leave a donation, become a member, you can upgrade your membership, and definitely leave a comment down below your score prediction and your first Canucks goal scorer. I'm going 4-2 Canucks, surprise, surprise, and I'm going Jake DeBrusk to bulge the twine, to kick things off for the good guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. See you tonight at 11 p.m. God bless, and go Canucks go.